message really wants to be that golf is simple. And we're going to show you, and have shown you, that Golf 8.5 proves it. But why isn't it simple to most people? Because in 1.2 seconds, you are supposed to do 1,001 things. And so then this is exactly what happens to you when you get to the golf course. You fall apart. So you basically self-destruct. I thought I was a pretty good instructor. I thought, oh, I'm good, whatever. And so I'm teaching parallel lines, how to get lined up. And yet everybody kept coming back to me, and they couldn't get it. So one day I'm teaching this to people, and when everybody keeps coming back, they still don't get it. So all of a sudden it occurred to me one day that I'm not teaching it correctly. I was teaching it in the traditional way that was wrong. Really, I had to change, not them. So I had to figure out some way that if everybody's not getting it, what do I need to do to teach it differently? And so I had to really simplify it.
I'm going to go back to what Sharon talked about this morning, and I'm very big on education, and I think education is about leadership. And what we've heard today is absolutely great. It keeps the same themes, keeps coming over. It's about gaining knowledge all the time. Well, like, you make a lot of analogies about golf. So that you have to have a purpose. So if I talk about golf, when I talk, you have to have a purpose when you go out there, or a purpose when you practice. And lots of times we don't have a purpose of what we're doing. A plan. When I go play golf, I have to have a plan. Now my plan when I played was very simple. Does everybody know a little bit about golf? You've got a tee, a fairway, and a green. It's a simple game. You've got a ball and a stick. It's an easy game. My plan was hit the fairway, hit the green, and make a putt. Okay, but my plan wasn't always what happened. So lots of times we had to then, as the word goes, which I'm not really fond of, is you really then had to pivot and then make some decisions afterwards. So there's a lot of decision making and a lot of managing your emotions when you were out there, because it really wasn't what you had planned on. But you have to have a plan. And everybody talks about the ball, right? And they say, well, this should be an easy game, right? The ball's not moving, baseball, the ball's moving. But nobody talks about the tool. This is the thing that's moving. So you have to understand where this has to be. So simple and held true to this day. Find out what they want, you give it to them, and then you become successful, and they become successful. So the problem with, as a leader, sometimes people just tell you stuff to do. So in my teaching, I never answer questions, never. I ask a question with a question, because the student has the answer in them already. They already know it. Listen to these kids. Weren't they great? Yeah. They had great answers that none of us would have come up with. But what we really need to learn how to do is to find out what they really want, very specifically. And that holds true in business. It holds true at home, because you're a leader at home. I had to take my skills and find out people that are going to help me. Because the problem was this, is that we don't get enough feedback of what we're doing, whether we're practicing our business skills or our leadership skills. We don't get enough feedback. This is my great example of, I reached out to Angela. So about a month later, we went to meet her, and she said during this meeting, because I was trying to sell her an article for Golf 8.5, she said, I have a better idea. Why don't you be on the cover?